Hey, what's up, Design and Draw? Wanted to give you guys a quick message today about your upcoming assignment due next Sunday, and it's called the theme design. All right, so the theme design on this one, the objectives are that you are creating a collage of images and you are creating an illustration that uses pattern to create value and contrast. All right, so where on your value drawing with the shoes, you were using pencil to create different tones. On this one, you're going to be using lines, dots, scribbles, different kinds of mark making and patterns to create value and form and contrast. So the technique, the art technique is a little bit different, and the subject matter is going to be different. Now, I'm kind of excited about this assignment because it's going to give you the opportunity to get creative and express yourself maybe a little bit more clearly than the still life drawing. Examples of collage art can be found through art history. And basically, a collage is a collection of individual images that's put together into a single design. All right, so the one that we typically look at before we start the theme design is this piece by Robert Rauschenberg from 1973 titled Signs. If you look up at the screen, you can see some what look like Life magazine or newspaper photos combined together to create this screen printed image. So you got things like the astronaut, you've got Robert F. Kennedy, you've got images of the Vietnam War, you've got images of student protests going on in the 1960s. Basically, Rauschenberg is making a commentary about his experiences with this particular time in history. He's pulling in popular imagery from media sources that are available to a lot of different people, so the audience seeing this piece at the time would have recognized all these images really quickly and clearly. And basically what he's trying to do is create commentary about some of these historic events. All right, so you've got everything from rock and roll with Janis Joplin to historic events like the moon landing to racial violence to the Vietnam War to JFK. You've got Martin Luther King. There's a bunch of these big events that he's tied in and put in a design to sort of express and document some of the things going on during his life. Much the same way that we all have things going on in our lives right now. So I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. One other thing I wanted to point out is the way that he has the images distributed in the design in this collage. When you put this together in your theme design, as you're thinking about what images you want to tie into, remember that in a good design, it's important to have focal points. You want to give the viewer somewhere for the eye to land. And so things like increasing the size or doing something that's more complex or unusual, something that's got more detail, using color could be a good way to create focal points. But if you look at this design, even though there's a variety of a bunch of different things, he's arranged it in a way that certain things stand out more than others. So the astronaut, for example, takes up about a fourth of the space in this design, where some of the other images, the smaller images, are kind of relegated to the background and surrounding areas. He uses things like color. On Janis Joplin, we've got this kind of red tint, which draws your eye to that spot in the design. So as you're putting these together, you want to make sure that you avoid doing a lot of the same thing, and you want to make sure that you avoid making everything the same scale. By creating a dominant focal point and then putting things around it or overlapping, it creates more depth and it kind of ties those images together and makes them look like they make sense together. All right, so another couple of quick examples of collage imagery. I happened to be looking at Netflix the other day and noticed this design for a new Spike Lee movie called The Five Bloods. And this would be a contemporary example of this same collage style of images. So you've got the profile view of the soldier, and then kind of within that profile view, you've got all these smaller images of protests and, a scene of friends in the army. And then he's used pattern in the background of this, the paint splatters, to create contrast to kind of push that portrait of the soldier forward in the design and create kind of a focal point by contrasting the splatter and the color with the dark outline and some of these smaller images inside. Another example I saw, I happened to be looking at Twitter, and the New Yorker magazine is coming out with a new cover I thought the design for this one was really cool because it kind of ties in directly with what we're doing in the theme design. And so this artist that created the cover made this portrait of George Floyd. And then within that portrait, we've got this collage of other incidents and events in the Black Lives Matter movement, some imagery of protest. You've got some imagery of slavery. There's just a lot of rich symbolism that's all together in this one, what seems like a fairly simple image, has a lot of complexity and depth to it, and really gives you some time to kind of examine some of the details and think about what the artist is trying to say in this design. So in the same way, you'll have a chance to do that in your theme design this week. Again, the rules for the theme design are you have to come up with your own idea and original concept. And some people approach it as kind of a self-portrait in a way. They create an image of different things that they think about that's important to them, that they're passionate about. Or you can choose more of a central theme that, maybe is a political subject or an emotional subject. So you have a lot of freedom of expression, a lot of freedom of choice when you're choosing the subject matter for your theme design this week. Okay, in the instructions in Schoology, you're going to see a couple of examples. This is typically the way that students approach this. They pick their topic, and then they start looking for images, and they put them all together. And you create a black and white pen and ink design that uses patterns and shading to create contrast and make the individual parts of the collage sort of come forward or recede, depending on what you want to emphasize in the design. So done on a rectangular format, following the instructions that are included in Schoology, you could approach and do the assignment this way. Another way we've done this before is to use Photoshop and take a profile photo of the person doing the design and using that profile as the boundary of the theme design, and then filling that profile with imagery related to that person. People's beliefs, opinions, stuff they like to read, their favorite music, stuff about their family, places they've traveled to. All of those things can be incorporated into the design in some way by collaging them together within the profile view of the person's face. So there's an example here and a couple of other examples. You can kind of pick out some of the important symbolism, like the musical notes, some images of family, Kansas City, sports, books, whatever you're into. You can sort of create a complex collage image of those things and keep it unified within the profile view that you're using as the subject. All right, one more example. Now, again, these are done mostly with pen and ink, which is a black and white medium. It's done by using white, black, and then creating gray tones by hatching, stippling, or using patterns. However, if you want to use your watercolors, or if you want to use your colored pencils to add some pops of color to create highlights like this one did, totally okay to do. On this assignment, you have the option of doing it digitally, or it can also be done by hand by finding magazine pictures or newspaper pictures or printing stuff off the internet, going to a window and actually tracing by hand using a light box or a window or some other means to transfer and collect those smaller images to create your bigger design. So even though there are Photoshop instructions included in this assignment, it can be done entirely by hand without the use of Photoshop if you want to. All right. The prep work for this assignment is going to be a series of activities that just sort of show you examples of how to do the pen and ink technique, allow you to practice a little bit, similar to what you did on the pencil shading before on the last assignment, and kind of get you ready with the skill set you'll need to complete this assignment correctly. Rubric's included in there, and it's going to be due by Sunday of this week. So you have just a little under a week to work on this. All right. So again, the steps are to come up with an original concept, and it can be kind of a self-portrait, sort of a window into your thoughts and feelings and expression. The medium that we're going to use is pen and ink, and the design has to show the use of mark making and pattern to show value and contrast, and it has to show examples of collaged imagery, which means individual pictures put together in a single design. All right, it can be black and white, or it can have some color added to it. And we're going to submit your work when you're done with it the same way we have been by photographing and submitting in Schoology. If you guys have questions, send me an email. This one, again, is really fun for the viewer to look at because we get to see what's on your mind a little bit. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with on this one. But if you do run into trouble or you're not sure, you need clarification, let me know. Send me an email. Have fun. Talk to you soon. This is the Pen and Ink theme design.